Morning. Back to the challenge. And a warm welcome to one and all. For those of you not seen me before, my name is Langers, and I am the bobblehead that is the Scruffy trader. It's very early morning, touching up past 7, and it is an awful morning. I'll show you. Switch that off. It is pitch black. Horrible. It's like the middle of the night. Who gets up at this time in the morning to do silly things? That'll be me. And why? Because why not? Start the day well and plan your day out, and you find that life is very simple. So have a cup of coffee, read through the news, prepare my charts, and then I'm ready to do battle. So what's the battle today? Well, the battle today is back to the FTSE, simply because it's cheap. I've kind of stuck with the FTSE pretty much right the way through this challenge, and it's to do with I can keep the margins pretty low and still be able to increase my bid size, and I'll show you that in just a tick. Now this morning, if I flick this over, we can see on the 15-minute chart that it's kind of sideways at this moment in time. If I push it out to the the hourly rather, you can see it's had a push up, but it hasn't really come down. It's kind of just grinded its way down. So what I'm looking for is this section here, because that's ranging. So I'm looking to see how far it'll push down, because as you can see, it's tailing out around this area all the time. So I'm kind of looking for a quick 10 pip bounce back up over. That's the general gist of what I'm after. Okay. Now if I pull this sheet up, you can see that I've already worked it out to be a buy. And for the squad members, etc., I just flick this over. You kind of see that that's what I put into here as well. I've already been working out the strengths for them, and I'm about to put up the biases. There's a Forex strength, so 25 past 7, in we go, and there we'll see the FTSE. So that's what I'll be doing for them now, and for you guys it's just a case of waiting. But waiting for what? Well, if I flick that back over, increase this. Now we started it with £300, which is top corner, and we've increased that by 89%. We've 293 pips over the course of, what is it, 28 trades. So we've got today and tomorrow, and then that's the challenge finished. And the idea was really to slow you down. You know, stop going gun-ho at the market just a little bit each day, because when I finish this little challenge, all being well, I can take, well, whatever the cap is over the top of 500, have a little treat, and then do it again, but start with 500. So my pot will increase even more in the next 30 trades, and that's the power of compounding. Just grind away at it, and that's what trading is, grinding away at it, but having a plan. And I plan everything. That's why I'm up at this silly hour in the morning. So are we ready to go to market? Not quite yet. Maybe 5-10 minutes might be able to get in. If not, I'll let the open fire up, and then I'll see what happens after the open. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pause the camera now, because I'm going to post a few things up for the Scruffs and get ready for the day to come.
Well, we're waiting.
Okay, we're back. what we're going to be doing is we're going to look to increase the bid size from 144 to 151, just a 5% increase this morning. So if I get that over there, I'm not going to split the bids today. I'm just looking for a reasonable quick hit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just let the price come to me and just kind of work my way down with the price, because I'm kind of expecting it to hold around here and then bounce up and basically oscillate between this level and that level. It's the general gist of what I'm after. Okay, so if I set that about there, yeah, that should be fine. I'll try and edge it down slightly. Obviously, the better price I get, the less the trade has to work, and that's the feeling behind it. So what I'll do is I'll just let the camera run. You can see it play out, and I'll carry on doing. Oh, there we go. And I'll carry on doing a little bit of work for the guys. Okay guys, I'm going to head off down into the office. Looking at this, still not overly worried. Still got a reasonable conviction to what I want. It is dropping off. It's never a shock for it to push from one level to go test another. You just got to be prepared for it. And if you've got to sit on some heat, well, you've got to sit on some heat. It's just the way the markets work. But my view on this hasn't really changed. If I just have a look at an hourly objective of it, all it's doing is it's just pushing down onto this, and a solid drop like that can't last forever. And as you can see, that's gone up and then it chugged its way down. Likewise, if that's coming down, it can chug its way back up. Very, very simple. It's just the way the markets work. And I'm not overly worried. Once, if it breaks this level, then I'll have to start thinking about what I'm doing. But at this moment in time, not at all. The markets will often try and flush traders out, and that could well be what's happening right now. It's just part and parcel of the game, guys. Anyway, I'll catch you when I get to the office. Okay guys, I've kind of decided to kill the trade off. It hasn't particularly been a good day today, because it's made 60 pence. Now I could hold this through the night. However, the spreads widen up in
about 10-15 minutes time, and I could easily wake up in the morning to this being offside. So I've sat on it all day. As you can kind of see, it's done nothing. It has just meandered along all day. I put a block in as to where I had a mental stop, which was 30 pips, and it's just done nothing. But these days happen, and you don't worry about them. You just sort of shrug them off. If you make a loss, well, then you make a loss. But the trick is to control that loss. So it's not all a dead loss though, because across the week, or across the day rather, that's what I was doing with cable today. As you can see, there's a live statement right through, and it gave me a net balance after commissions of 111. So still happy with that. So wages wise, I'm fine. And that's the whole thing. I look to get my wages. Did okay on my normal accounts, as you've just seen with that, because that's a copy of what I do for a living. And there you go. But didn't lose anything. So I'll update the sheet and we'll see what happens tomorrow, because it's not a great deal to update tonight. It's only 60 pence. But tomorrow is the last part of this challenge, and hopefully it'll end with a clean sweep and not a loss, because even though we only hit 60 pence, it was still more than I started with this morning. And that's sometimes the way you've got to look at it. You know, a scratch can still be a score. So it's late. It's been a long day today. But as always, guys, trade well, keep your risk managed, but above all, do what you love, and the money will follow. See you all in the next one.